The invisible toll of a toxic relationship. At first, it doesn't look dangerous. It actually looks like love with intensity, like passion, like someone who needs you. You tell yourself every relationship has a problem. But slowly something changes. You don't laugh the same way. Your body feels tired. Even when you've slept, you rehearse conversations in your head before speaking. And one day you realize you're no longer asking, is this healthy? You're actually starting to ask, well, what's wrong with me? And that question often is the first real cost of a toxic relationship. My name is Fawzia Faizi Shah, licensed clinical social worker. Welcome to my YouTube channel. A toxic relationship isn't defined by constant conflict. It's defined by chronic psychological stress, power imbalance, and emotional unpredictability. Research has shown us that prolonged exposure to relational toxicity activates the body's stress response system, specifically the hypothalamic pituitary gland, keeping cortisol elevated over time. This isn't just emotional pain, it's actually the biological wear and tear on your body. The toll shows up quietly. Anxiety that didn't exist before, brain fog and impaired concentration, sleep disturbance and immune suppression, emotional numbing or vigilance. You're not too sensitive. Your nervous system is actually responding exactly as it was designed to perceived threat. Toxic relationships follow a very recognizable psychological pattern. First comes intermittent reinforcement, unpredictable cycles of affection and withdrawal. This creates the trauma bonding, a phenomenon supported by attachment theory and then behavioral psychology. Your brain begins associating relief with reconciliation. Dopamine spikes during brief moments of connection. Cortisol spikes during conflict or silence. Over time, your prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic and decision-making, becomes less active under stress, and the amygdala becomes hyper-reactive, scanning for danger. Your sense of self erodes through gaslighting, chronic invalidation, or coercive control. Studies have shown us that individuals in toxic or emotionally abusive relationships often develop symptoms that closely mirror complex PTSD, even without physical violence. This is why leaving isn't just a choice. It's a neuropsychological disengagement. Awareness is the first intervention. If a relationship consistently makes you feel smaller, confused, or chronically anxious, requires you to abandon boundaries to maintain peace, keeps you stuck in self-blame while the dynamic never improves, that is not a communication problem. That's a relational health issue. Healing begins when you stop asking, how do I fix this relationship? And start asking, what is this relationship doing to my nervous system, my identity, and my long-term well-being? Support does matter. Getting therapy, cognitive behavior therapy, mindfulness, guided meditations, and also earthing or grounding techniques. And relationships help restore self-regulation, secure attachments, and psychological autonomy. You don't leave because you're weak. You leave or begin to detach because your mind and body are asking for safety. And listening to that signal is not selfish, it's survival. Because eventually, if we continue to stay in a toxic relationship, we're going to start developing health problems, diabetes, high blood pressure, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, rheumatitis, arthritis, in some cases cancer. So it really impacts the body, and it is really a health issue. So I hope that this video has resonated. And if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and leave me a comment. about your healing process coming out of a toxic relationship. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.